Demarjay Smith here, aka the Young Jamaican Trainer. I want to tell everybody, welcome back to the Strength No Weakness podcast. On the left of me, I have my amazing co-host, OG, the original gentleman, Coach Gustus. Welcome.
What's up, man?
How's everything?
Here we go again, man. We right here. I'm ready to make it happen, man. It's always great seeing you, man.
You already know.
I get pumped up, excited every time I get with you, son. Let's make it happen.
So look, Coach, I want to tell the fans out there, the viewers, that they are available to catch us at these platforms.
Okay.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. And listen, for the viewers who are watching this on YouTube, check the description below for the links to where you can listen to the podcast. So there's no excuse whatsoever for them not to keep up with the podcast, right, Coach?
Yeah, and you know what? I've been reading the comments that are being made on the podcast. I love to hear people giving their opinions. People are saying things. Of course, people are complimenting, but also people are saying things that they agree or disagree with.
Right.
And we like that kind of dialogue to go take.
We love interaction. We love people. That means we are connecting with them.
And the questions, if I see a question, because I read them all, if I see a question directed towards me because they want to know something, I will get on there and answer that question.
And that is what's up, as you should, because we want to let them know that we are open to answering their questions and we are available for them. And that's just what we're supposed to do as fans who support us and, ask us daily questions about the content that we post. We're supposed to make that an obligation, to answer them and, whatever concerns or questions that they have. So that's what's up. So, Coach, dude, this leads us right into the format, the good news segment. I know that we have some headlines to talk about that are very positive, and I know that this is what we're about. We're about positive stuff, and already seeing this already is building, that type of amazing energy up in me, because I love to talk about and acknowledge positive people. So what we have here, we have two stories. We have one that's about a 17-year-old who returns woman's lost purse and gets $15,000 in reward.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That's one. You hear that? Then we got the next one. It talks about a Mississippi teen who saves 3 girls and police officer after vehicle sinks in a river.
Wow.
Now, I'm gonna ask you, Coach, what amazing story are you gonna take?
Well, let's start off with the with that 17-year-old. I'm very interested in that because
Let's go.
I think that is important. Let's start that off.
Adrian Rodriguez found the purse in a Ralph's in Chula Vista, California. Using the address on the driver's license inside the purse, Adrian drove to the house and knocked on the front door. The purse belonged to Elena Martin, a former roommate of Melina. What's her last name?
Marquez.
I don't want to get your name wrong. Marquez. Martin had not changed her address since her recent move, so the purse was brought to what's her name?
Marquez's house.
My bad. Marquez's house.
Right. That's okay.
Okay, I won't get this wrong again.
Go ahead.
Marquez was not home when Adrian arrived. He left it with a relative at the house, and the interaction was captured on Marquez's Ring camera. I looked in the Ring camera and I was like, oh my God, he's such a young kid. I was like, we need to find him and just give him a little piece of gratitude, recalled Marquez. She posted the video of Adrian on Facebook, and the Chula Vista community quickly went to work. I woke up and I had a bunch of messages like, oh, is this you? Adrian said. The ladies invited him to Marquez's house so Martin could say thank you in person. She also launched a GoFundMe page in his honor. The online fundraiser received 677 donations, totaling $15,145. That's crazy.
This is very right. They must have felt really.
Yes. It said it feels good. I appreciate it. I really do. Everything everybody's doing. Adrian told NBC News. My mom always told me My mom always told me since I was a little kid, always do the right thing when nobody's around. This is something that we really need. It's good news, positive news. Smiled. Melina Marquez. Man, Adrian.
I love these positive news things, man. It's so interesting to see a young person, 17-year-old, and we don't get these type of things about your generation enough, and it really bothers me when I don't hear people talk positive about some of the things that you do. sometimes I don't even like to watch the news.
Because of, you're right.
Yeah, because the news have so much negative stuff on there.
Right.
And this is a great opportunity. Here's someone was honest and took something back to someone at 17 years old. And
that is so true. That makes me think about when I was in the supermarket with my mom and somebody had dropped money on the floor and they didn't even realize. You know, the first thing some people think is, oh, that's money right there. Anybody's gonna grab that. The first thing I did was, hey, you dropped this money, and gave it right back to that person. Because it's all about honesty and responsibility, and it's just the right thing to do. There's no, oh, should I, if, but maybe I need this for myself.
Right.
You don't need it for yourself. This is somebody else's money, and this is their hard-earned work that they earned this money.
How did you feel when you gave that money back to, picked the money up and gave it to the other person?
This kind of relates in this scenario. You know why? Because when somebody acknowledges that you did something that, you know, some people would have immediately took that money and ran off with it, and that a young kid like me who gave it back to them, they gave it right back to me and said, enjoy it.
Wow.
Yes, because, you know, and I always say, no, I don't need it. I don't want it. But they said, no, this is not because you need it or you don't want it. It's because of the kind act that you did. You put it, you know, you gave it back to me when it fell on the floor when anybody could have grabbed it.
And
walking away, I was like, man, I really just did a good deed. But it wasn't that I'm doing a good deed expecting good deeds back. No, it's because that's just plain and simple the right move to make.
So I'm gonna hit you with a principle on that, because you live life in principles. And when you live life in principles, principles are laws and things that will occur regardless of what you want to do. So I want you to understand that I want to tell our young people that there is a principle that says, when you give, you shall receive.
Right.
So if that works, then it works. We talked about this before.
We did.
You reap what you sow, not where. So that was a sowing moment for you.
Right.
You just so happened to get it back from that person that you gave it to.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? But keep in mind that even if she did not, and that person just took the money and said thank you, you should be expecting to receive back somewhere else, somewhere along the line. But you got to pay attention to that, because if you don't pay attention to it, you'll miss it.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying? So when I say missing it, that means that you did a behavior. You might like, Dad, you know what? Somebody came to you and just gave you something. You like pair of new shoes, or you got a pair of shoes in the mail. You're like, wow, that's because I give.
And I get.
And I got. I didn't get it from the same person, because you reap what you sow, not where
you sow.
You see? So you sowed in that person's life, but be prepared to receive.
Right.
Because you will receive.
Exactly.
But you got to know when it's coming. And I oftentimes say that as much as I give, people say, Coach, you always giving us stuff. I said, but look what's given to me. Here I am at my age, I'm still balling.
Right, yeah,
You think I take that for granted?
Exactly.
No, I know that comes as a direct result of me giving to my young people. And imagine, I give to the young people, and the young people give me youth. That I can still go, I can still do things.
Give them buckets.
Not only that, the buckets, but it's just the way I feel. You know, the way I eat, the way I carry myself, and so forth. I feel really good. When I get around with you, I feel the energy, I feel the vibe, I feel the thought process. And we get in there, we have some fun. I know that even with this podcast, we get a chance to have fun.
Oh man, we laugh. We laugh, especially when the camera, when the TV is not rolling and we're supposed to.
Right, we want to laugh at anything. But I tell you one thing, this is a great, great story, and I want to share my story with you too. Okay?
Do you mind if I read it?
You love reading, man. You know what? I appreciate that too. I like to hear when. See, here's again. People don't think young people like to read. People
I don't know why
think
that's their first thing.
You guys got. We're getting ready to break all the myths and all the things that people say about our young people. And now, son, go ahead, man. Do your
Thank
thing.
you. As a teenager in Mississippi jumped into action to save 4 people after a vehicle drove off the interstate and into a river. They drove straight under the water. 16-year-old Corian Evans told WLOX, Like only a little bit of the car was still above the water. Evan said he tossed the shoes, shirt, phone, and jumped in. One of his friends also jumped in and helped get the girls on the top of their vehicles. I was like, I can't let none of these folks die. They need to get out of the water. So I just started getting them. He said, I was only thinking about nothing else. Evans helped bring the 3 girls inside the vehicle to shore, along with Moss Point Police Officer Gary Mercer, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Who responded to the scene and swam out to help. Wow. I turned around, I see the police officer. Evan said, he's drowning. He's going underwater, drowning, saying, help. So I went over there. I went and I grabbed the police officer, and I'm like swimming back with him until I feel myself I can walk. The police department and I commended Mr. Evans bravely and selfishly he displayed by risking his own safety to help people in danger. If Mr. Evans had not assisted, it could have possibly turned out tragically. Instead of all occupants rescued safely, Chief Brandon Ashley said in a statement, one of the victims took to Facebook to show their appreciation, saying, he saved my life right before my last breath.
Wow. You know, I talk about one breath and breathing life and everything else. And first of all, you did an excellent job with that. You know, and
I appreciate it, Coach.
This is. I'm sorry, I have to. These are type of things that our young people are doing out there.
Right.
And I just don't think we give them enough credit. And I think sometimes, quite frankly, it gets bored by people. That's too good news. I don't want to hear nothing about good news.
Exactly, right.
And I don't understand why you would not want to hear good news coming out of our camp with our young people.
Exactly. All we doing is promoting them and showing that, listen, good deeds is still happening. These young kids still have a great mindset and want to help people out there. It's just in them. So why is it that when they do it, it can't be displayed. It can't be on all over. But if it was for something negative, that's the first thing that's on the news. That's the first thing that's being shown. That's the first thing you see. Look, you don't see the kids right here, right? Who just helped out in these situations. Those people who they saved, those people who they helped are the first people, right? Mm-hmm. To hop on social media and go thank them.
Yes.
But if it was something, say vice versa, if it was in a negative way, you wouldn't need that person to hop on there because the whole community is coming after them.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna post something. Everybody, because people gravitate to negativity instead of a positive thing. So the fact that when we are sharing positive thing, I need everybody to listen out and say, yo, that was good right there what you did, because we are here to promote positive people. So if positive people is on my podcast, that's just what it's gonna be. Those positive people are gonna be acknowledged, and that's just what it is.
And son, if y'all don't do it, nobody else would do it.
If we don't do it, who else is gonna do it?
Everybody wants to talk about all the negative stuff that people are doing, and you and this segment, I love it. I love being around you because I'm around a lot of positive young people.
I'm around positive people every day in my life.
Right.
So and I acknowledge them. You know, I don't need no social media to acknowledge them.
Right.
I tell them to their face, yo, you the most special people in this world to me, hands down. So when because we have a good news segment, so it's all about the positive. So any positive news that comes up on my format for my podcast, it's going to be shared, hands down.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anything positive, it's gonna be out there for the public to hear about it, because I'm not here to promote negativity. I'm not here to make this a negative thing. I'm here to make it a positive thing. So my good news segment is always gonna be about somebody helping.
Man.
So to those kids out there, yo, hands down to you, respect to you. You even helped the officer. You a warrior. You're a survivor, man.
There you go, man. And we want to encourage other people and young people to send us any of the things that have taken place in their life that they've done that are positive. And we're going to show the world that our young people, the future is bright. They're looking good. They're trying to accomplish things just like anybody else.
Thank you.
How dare anyone say that your future doesn't look good? Oh, well, these kids today, we don't know.
Kids, hey, knock it off.
No, these kids today.
Why don't you say these kids today are the amazing kids, or these kids, they have a brilliant mindset, or these kids are willing to help out the people. why is it always something negative? Straight up, it can't be negative. It got to be something positive at least, man. Got to give these kids credit.
Right.
But
anyway,
I don't want to get worked up about it because I feel like I'm getting worked.
No, you should, because you get a chance to voice your opinion. You know, I've seen Draymond, for instance. He said the new media. And what he's saying in his new media, people got to pay attention to him, because sometimes what he's saying is that we're not going to do media the same way it used to be.
Right.
We're tired of people always coming up with some negative stuff
when
we got a lot of positive stuff. And that's, y'all need to shift the energy. Shift the energy to where these type of things become something. I like to see someone takes this and share it with thousands of other people and that are positive like them, and say, hey, we believe in positive media. We believe in positive images and so forth. I like to see them share this particular broadcast that we're doing. Share it with other people and say, hey, there is where you're going to find positive things going on.
If you want to hear anything positive, that's exactly what needs to happen.
Very good, man. Very good. So, that good news segment now.
Big tune.
You the tong. What is it? You know,
I want you to say I want you to, in a Jamaican, big tune.
Okay, big tune.
No.
Don't
listen. I gotta teach you, because we got the Jamaican fans out there.
See, but here's the deal. And let me tell you something. And that's why I told somebody this here. They said, "Oh, you know what? He doesn't speak Jamaican all the time, right?" I'm like,
it's a beauty of turning it off and on.
But no, you can turn it off and on.
Right.
Because it ain't fake.
It's not fake at all.
If I do it, it's going to be fake.
No, but it's not because you're a part of me. So if you're talking, it's nothing wrong with it.
I do not speak like that.
There you go. You see, I'm talking right now. Yeah. Oh, my God.
But you know what? But you, because I read some stuff, and just because you're American and you have the other way, that's your language. I love when you go into your different forms and thought process. And you see, that's for you.
Enough people come up for me and say, yo, you're not speak it, you're not talk it, it's fake. But the beauty is I can turn it off and on, because that's just what it is.
It's a part of you.
It's a part of me. So if me want to bring out my Jamaican dialects, me can do it, because it's still there. It never leave me.
Right.
But if I want to keep it simple, I can keep it simple. It's off and on. It's the beauty of it. I'm Jamaican.
And it's a beautiful thing, though, dude. I love watching you.
Right.
And me, I speak the way I speak.
Jamaican,
you
too.
know, I don't speak Jamaican.
Say big tune.
Big tune.
You're there.
Okay.
You're there.
I don't mind learning, but you know what? It's not necessary for me to learn. Unless, of course, I go hang out with y'all in Jamaica.
Right.
Or...
Boss, man, where the pun?
Yeah, right. But even then, I will learn some stuff as well. Because then I got my Haitian friends. I got. Listen.
You got a lot of people down there. Caribbean.
Asian, everything, you know. So I got a lot of folks that, you know.
Right.
But I just love the dial. I really like it.
It's just beautiful. It's amazing.
And the different type of languages and how we speak and so forth. It's different.
Yeah.
Different.
It's just...
It's different, but it's smooth, man.
Right.
So, and I got to also tell you, when my friends that came from the Caribbean Islands, when they came here, that was years back. Shout out to my boy, who was in my best man in my wedding. His name is T-Bone, Ted Rayner. He came here from Trinidad, and basically, I remember now when you hear him speak, you don't even know. But when he gets uptight sometimes, he flips it, and it's natural.
Yeah,
it's not natural. Nobody trying to imitate him and so forth like that. I'm not into the imitation.
No.
I'm in the real deal. And I'll hang with them, you know, like that there, but I'm just not into it. All right, so hit me up with it, because it's time for you to give me an education.
Big tune segment. It's about music, guys. So what we have here is we got Lil Baby. Lil Baby
is...
Oh.
Lil Baby?
No, he's not Lil Baby. What? His name is Lil, not Little. Lil Baby.
Okay, so, because remember, you're talking, my generation also tune into this as well. So, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Oh, that Lil Baby. That little baby.
Little baby sees this, man.
Yo, little baby.
You gotta be like, little baby.
Well, no, I was say little baby.
You said little baby.
Little baby.
Yo, my youth, yeah, little baby.
Okay, little baby.
So
All
look,
right, so
little baby, man.
tell me about little baby.
He's one of the best, if not best.
Yes.
The best rapper right now.
Really?
Yes, because he's a lyricist. He's an icon.
Wow.
And then you got my guy, NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy.
YB. Oh man, that guy is special.
Now give me some. What?
So it's a comparison between the two.
All right. So don't assume that my folks know who you're talking about. I want to educate the folks that come on here to listen to you. That's why we call it intergenerational.
Most definitely. Your folks don't know about this at all.
Okay. So just give us a little bit because they should.
They should. The style is different.
Tell me how.
Right. NBA Youngboy is more of a. Well, he can. Like both, I can't say that because both rappers can switch it up when they need to. Both rappers is super talented. YB, I have a lot of songs of his in my playlist, cause he can go a hardcore rapping, and then he goes soft, you know, and it's a different type of Youngboy. So we like, nah, this Youngboy is different, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, he's been dropping song after song after. He dropped like 3 albums within 2 months.
Wow.
He's just been working. Every single he puts out.
Does he write his own music?
He writes his own music.
Way to go, man.
And he drops singles that are phenomenal.
So much talent, man.
Yes. And then you got Lil Baby, he's just an icon, man. That guy is different. My dad actually loves some of his songs, especially the one that dropped when everything was going around with Black Lives Matter, the movement and stuff like that. It's called The Bigger Picture. He talks about all of that in one song.
Can you spit any of his lyrics out of that?
What?
The Big Picture?
It's called The Bigger Picture.
Oh, The Bigger Picture. So
yeah.
What is
it's about violence, protest, and all that. And he talks about everything that's happening right now and puts it in one song. So I'm gonna give you my favorite song from each because
Okay, yeah, because back in the days we sang songs. If I talk about my artists that I like,
right?
I could sing a verse from their song, sing a verse. So you should be able to share.
Right. My favorite song from Lil Baby is called "In a Minute." It's everybody knows it. I be in the loop, she be in the group. My Brody want her friend, so I'm throwing a alley-oop. You gotta get it. I be in the loop. I'm in the loop. She's in the group.
Yeah.
Like Derek, if Derek wanted her, I'm throwing him an alley-oop to get her. I'm throwing him the assist. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, when you talking about last show we did when we had my grandson.
See the lyric?
But I got it.
Oh, you getting there?
Yeah, son, trust me. You throw him in a loop, right?
And then
you getting involved right there. You throw him the easy one right there.
Right there. Look,
boom.
Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta stress it. I got you. Look, I'm gonna throw it right to you. See what I'm saying?
Wow. You throwing her right there? Come on.
You taking the words. Coach, come on.
You just said I'm throwing her right
because it's like a wordplay. Don't worry about it. Like I got you. Don't worry. I'll put you on. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna put you in the loop.
No. We got catching up to do it.
Okay. No, because this is where it's like you.
So look, new slang. Okay.
Okay.
When you talk to your friend or your man, right? You're like, my guy. I'm like, yo. He's like, yo. I want her, man. Oh, you could put me on. Put me on meaning like if you close to her. Right? Or you don't even have to be close to her. If you that confident enough to go up to her and get your man, like I said, I'll tell yo, go get that for me. Right. So I'll put you on. Don't worry about it. That's easy. I'll throw you the alley-oop. That's an assist right there, and that's all yours for the dunk.
And all you gotta do is just drop it.
All you gotta do is slam it.
Man, that's not.
And
what,
see,
slam?
You see, wordplay.
Okay, there you go.
And then one of my favorite songs from Youngboy, I actually got 2.
That's
I can't.
Nice, man. I like that.
It's called I Don't Know. One is called I Don't Know, and the other one is called Emo Rockstar.
All right.
The one is I don't know is I gotta remember it though.
Okay. What about the other one?
Emo is I say mama I'm a rock star and I don't care what these people think of me. I'm a rock star. I don't care what people have their agenda of me. I don't care about it. You could think what you want, but I'm a rock star though.
Being a rock star.
He's a rock star.
Right. So that's distinguishing him from being
I don't know. It was
hip hop because you know what a rock star is, right?
A rock star.
Yeah, heavy rock. Yeah, Yeah,
you know, that type of thing,
so
right?
that's inside him.
Right, and the music video that he did was nice. He had the rock star.
You know, I loved, you know my daughter.
And actually, I make music myself. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
I make
sure.
music myself, so it would be a blessing to have a feature from any one of them, or being able to work on a project with them,
Right.
or just being on a song. It don't even matter. So like these guys are what you call like top of the game, top of the rap game.
I got you.
And you know, superstars. So shout out to Young Boy and shout out to Lil Baby.
I'm used to learning from it because my daughter, she introduced me to Tupac
Oh, Tupac.
back in the day.
I was just listening to Tupac the other day.
Yeah, so I understand, you know, and I was like, Tupac, who is? All I ever hear is he cursing, like, you
Right.
know. And she really kind of broke it down. She made me sit down. Here's my daughter.
And listen to his.
And not only listen, but to look at his story. So they was doing it like a documentary.
Oh.
And I watched it, and I like, wow. Because she was crying when he got killed. And I'm like, what are you crying for him for? He's just, all he do is curse and talk bad stuff. She said, Daddy, take a look at this here. Take a look at this here.
Right.
You know, for her birthday, I went out and bought some of his original writings. She got the book where he wrote in and had his poems in there and everything.
I'm gonna need you to do that for me. One of my favorite rappers.
You know, so because I wanted to share with, it was my way of saying thank you, because I was like, you know, I needed to learn from her. So when I want our folks to know, my division, my age group, that we can learn from you.
Right.
So when you come in there, you teaching, man. And I want to learn, just like I learned from my daughter. And I'm teaching you history. I'm teaching you things, and I can learn from you.
Exactly.
So I appreciate you throwing me
The alley-oop?
alley-oop. And I'm just, boom. I like that. Appreciate you setting it up, baby.
God, man.
Go ahead.
So, we're moving on to our next segment. It's called Would You Rather. Now, you hear the segment.
Would you rather? Now,
Would you rather now?
Would you rather A or B? Would you rather do this and that? So let's go to it.
Without further ado, here comes the first question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be able to talk with the animals or speak all languages?
Would you rather be able to talk with the animals?
This is a good one. I'm not gonna lie, but I'd rather talk with the animals.
Really?
Right.
Right.
Because if I'm able to communicate with the animals, then I'm able to talk to them, and be able to calm them down from attacking me.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah.
it.
I wouldn't really.
That came from based on
Based on the fears of animals coming after me.
right,
Exactly.
fear.
So if I'm having the ability to talk to them and be like, Calmate, don't worry about it. We good. We on good terms. You don't have to attack me.
So just remember
chill.
that fear means false evidence appearing real. That means it's not really real.
Yo,
It's false
I'm done.
evidence appearing real.
you guys hearing it?
So what happens is we have this thing about animals,
Mhm.
and we were taught be fearful, thinking that they will attack us. For what we really don't understand is most time animals are not looking to attack you. It's the energy that you put off to force them to want to attack you. You could stare down a dog, stare down a lion. They always tell you, don't even move. But we panic, and we show that we're afraid. And so be careful about false evidence that appear to be real when they really not.
Okay.
All right, but I personally would like to learn all the languages.
I knew you would pick that.
And the reason is because it's one thing to talk to a dog, but the dog ain't saying much back to me. And at least with all the other languages, I could talk back and forth
Right.
to them and so forth. So I would love to do that. Mm-hmm. So now here we talk about, what would you rather, win the lottery or live twice as long?
Oh, definitely twice as long. I got an opportunity to win the lottery in that time. Twice as long, man. You know what I could do with twice as long?
Nothing. I'm just saying. So remember, twice as long. So that means if you lived 80 years old, twice as long as 80 to me is 160.
So you don't
based
want all
on-
that time?
Doing what?
Doing what, Coach?
Yeah, because just think about it. So now, being twice as long, I'm looking at twice as long, that little piece right there. So if I'm 90 years old, I live to be 180. What am I going to be doing? Because now I'm not good. My body, I may live long, but am I going to be healthy? Am I going to have all my faculties? It doesn't say that in this question.
True.
So what it says is live twice as long.
Right.
You know, be honest with you, this body ain't gonna last for so long, even though I think it is, because already, you know, but I'm already thinking about 12, 14 years from now, I'll be 82. So I'm thinking, what kind of 82 am I gonna be?
Right.
I'm still gonna try to be throwing some hoops.
Right, and I still throw you the alley sometimes.
My crossovers are gonna be like this, slow as heck, and everything like this. And I'm like, yo, come here, little boy, come here. So, but then I've seen some 82s that showing me how to be an 82.
Right.
So, twice as long, I don't know. I think I might want to win that big. Now, it depends on how much the lottery is, by the way, as well.
See, it depends on both things.
But because I got my grandkids and all that kind of stuff. I got you and I got young people and so forth. So I live for young people now. So living twice as long and with my eyes deteriorating, my everything else is real tough.
Right.
That, to me, I'm feeling that could be a tough moment for me. So, so anyway, I was always wanting to leave something for other generations.
Right.
You know? But I could see you now. Let's imagine if you live twice as long right now.
Oh, man.
So guess what? What is your twice as long? Starting from your age, you're only going to be 30.
I'm going to be good. I'm making a lot of noise.
So twice as long, 30. Even if you live twice as long at 30, you'll be 60. You still got game like me. See that? There you go. Especially
see why I would pick it right now?
I know, right? That's why so we different in age, so that's why I'm like, nah.
I would still have your jump shot. Bang.
Well, I don't know if I want to.
Best crossover in Brooklyn. Bang.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be 138.
Hey, you still be able to cook. I know that for a fact.
If my skill set is going by that time, I think I'll
then
move on.
You're in trouble.
There's some places.
Oh, this is the lottery.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll take that.
500 million for the lottery? Yeah, I'm definitely not living
No, you is a different story.
If I had the age now. I'm definitely taking the
twice as long as your age now.
Right. If I have your age, I'm definitely going for that 500 million.
Oh, yeah, you better.
That's only the right smart choice to do.
Then I can see y'all building and so forth.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You build different things for the kids.
Yeah, you do a great
thing.
If
you live to 85.
And knowing you, if you live to 85, now you putting other stuff in there.
So why are you doing this?
The producer put that. Now if you live to 85, and if you twice as long, okay. That's
my God, yo. This is crazy. So look at the next one. It says, would you feel worse if no one showed up to your wedding or your funeral?
I will feel worse if no one showed up to my wedding. The people I invited.
Me too.
Because you know what? That means I'm still here.
Right. That's why I wouldn't pick the next one.
The funeral? Who is? No, I'm just saying. I would love it, but who am I going to be there to witness this?
But you're not there.
Right?
You're not there.
So who am I trying to impress?
Exactly.
The people that's left.
Who are you going to see who comes to you?
I would love to see you there.
Exactly. That's what I said. So
you said the same thing?
That next option, that's out the question.
Yeah,
I'm not picking that.
You know, the funeral, is, I know.
I'm not feeling it.
I don't want to, it's not necessary.
And I'm not going to be there.
Right. So
I'm there, but I'm not there.
You're not going to be there.
Exactly.
Your spirit will be there.
Right. I'll be able to look up with my spirit going up there. Oh, look who's attended, but I won't be there.
Well, hopefully you're looking down.
True.
Not looking up. Because you're looking up, that's a tough place to be looking from.
Oh, you're right.
According to all the stuff
you're right,
there.
Yeah.
But you and I, at least we could agree on that.
Right.
But I know somebody that would be there.
Right.
At that funeral.
Who?
You.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. See, there you go. Yep.
But you're not gonna be there, so we're not talking about that.
But young people always say that. As soon as they say that,
you're not gonna be there.
All my young guys that I talk to, when I speak about this to them, they all say the same thing, and they hate to hear me talk about that. but you have to sometimes.
Guys, we're moving on to the next segment. We are not going to talk about this, Coach, because I need you around me, my guy. So let's not do that, man.
Then you would give up that you would want me to give that $500 million so I could hang around.
Of course. Listen, don't worry. I'll make the $500 million.
Oh no! Come on.
I'll share with you.
All right. See, there you go. We got different things, man.
So we got the next segment coming up, but I'm not gonna really go all out. I want to leave you guys with something to think about, and when I come back to the next podcast, I want you guys to, or when I look at the comments, I want you guys to think about it and tell me your thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to try something different. You see, some people, right? It's you. This is what I heard, right? And I want them to give me their opinion on this.
Right.
You don't have to be the favorite child, but you can be the most hardworking child, right? Because some people have thoughts on the favorite child doesn't have to work, or the favorite child, you know. Okay, look at it this way, right? You can be the favorite child. You can be the favorite child, but not the most hardworking. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So everything can be given to you. Your wishes can be granted. You're the favorite child, but you're not hardworking. To someone who's not the favorite child, but the most hardworking. So there's two things on the scale. What do you think is gonna happen? I'm always going with the kid who's not the favorite child, who's always putting in the work, because he's gonna surpass the one who's grabbing, who everything he asks for is given to him. He has nothing that he ever worked for. You know what I'm saying? So for kids out there who think, oh, that's the favorite child, they get everything. No, don't ever stop putting in work. You don't have to be the favorite child to become the best player in your family, or to be the president, or to accomplish anything that you put your mind to. So that's all I'm gonna leave you guys with. I want you to tell me your thoughts about that in the comment section. Do you believe that the favorite child doesn't have to put in work, or the person who is not the favorite child puts in more work?
Since you don't have any children.
Right, I don't have any children.
And I do.
You do.
I want to make a comment on that.
Okay. Do you, first off, is what I'm saying make sense to you?
It makes sense because it's your reality and it's your thought process.
Right.
So it makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm always going to respect where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Your perspective does not have to come from my perspective, because I'm coming from, I have 3 daughters.
Right.
And in my 3 daughters, do I have a favorite?
No.
Well, then you just said a favorite child.
Right, but look, it's the difference. Some parents have a favorite child.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I asked you, do I have? So one thing we always say that you could be a child after my heart. You go after my heart. My heart. All my children don't necessarily go after my heart in the same way. So I already know the conditions of my heart. So there's certain things that you might do just because it favors my heart.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you're a favorite child.
Right.
I favor all of my child are equally my children and so forth, but sometimes someone goes after my own heart. And that's okay. So you become favorite not because I picked you as favorite. No, you are doing things that are capturing my heart.
Right. Okay.
You know, so it's almost like any situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got your father or your mother, one child may do things after your mother's heart, and she's, you know, she leans towards him.
Right.
That doesn't mean that she has a favorite.
Right.
But she leans towards him because he's after the own heart of that particular person. Same thing goes down with the father.
Right, makes sense.
This person may be doing things that is capturing the father's heart. So it's their attention. And we have a right to be able to do that.
Right.
Because that happens with anybody.
Right.
You follow me?
I'm following.
Me and your relationship. So you might say, well, who's my favorite Smith brothers. You see, but each one captures the heart differently. I'm a speaker, a motivated speaker. I do a lot of things that you do.
Right.
So you capture my heart.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
And so it gives the appearance that I'm selecting you, but actually you're selecting me by capturing my heart. Okay. And some people may not ever do that, but I still know that this is one of my child, and I respect them, I love them, and so forth. And they may or may not capture my heart. It's the things that I want to do.
Right.
You know, you have some people go off and to the Marines and so forth like that, and the father never intended you to do that. And he becomes successful.
True.
But still is not because you're not my favorite. You just don't capture my heart.
Right.
In what you do. So you have a tendency of leaning towards people, and it goes reverse. They're like, who's your favorite, your mother or your father?
Yeah.
Now, somebody captures your heart the same way you did them.
I understand. It makes sense, guys. That makes sense. He answered my question. And he basically gave me a new perspective on how to look at that, too, because I hear a lot of kids say that, and I just wanted to get it out there for them to share their opinion on it. But you just gave us some wisdom. But, yo, that is another episode completed, Coach.
We finished this?
We finished this already. Man. Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
All right, well, you know, that's the way it goes.
I
have so much fun with you, and not only that, I know your audience and my audience, and I've been hearing that other people my age is starting to listen in.
Ooh,
and they also, because I sent it out to my people as well, and they are really starting to make a comment. And they, by the way, they're saying some great things about you.
And I'm glad that is. And I appreciate you guys. We love you guys with a constant support. We always thank you guys, and we're going to continue thanking you guys for rocking with us. But once again, this is a wrap for this episode. We are super excited. Straight no week, no shock at it or shine. Believe it, achieve, be coming. But remember, you can catch us on these platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. And listen, if you're watching this video on YouTube, check the description under the video for the links where you can catch the podcast. With that being said, your boy Demarjay Smith, a.k.a. the Young Jamaican Trainer, is out.